Today on the Day for Freedom, joining me, I have Lisa Wilson and her daughter, Sydney Wilson-Graida. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course. Thanks for inviting us.
Absolutely. So you two have been supporters of International Justice Mission and the work that they do. How long have you been supporters?
I started probably a little over 4 years ago.
And then for myself, I started supporting IJM about a year and a half ago.
Nice. Was it a kind of piggyback, like you saw your mom do it and they're like, okay, that sounds good?
That's exactly what it was. She quickly became very passionate about IJM and shared it with me. And I just saw the work they were doing, and I couldn't help but also take part in giving to their incredible mission.
Fantastic. So I would love to know, what was it, especially for you, Lisa, that initially inspired this? I have to do something more than just listen.
Yeah. When I started my company, Simple Joys, I had the support and help of my family. And then with God's blessing, it began to really flourish. So I began to look for opportunities to give back. I especially wanted to help other women who might not have the support or the resources that I had had. So my husband introduced me to the work of IJM. And as I heard more about their organization and how they advocate for the vulnerable, rescuing and restoring through justice, well, I knew it was something I wanted to partner with. So I went to their website, and there on the front page was a headline that caught my attention. It was an opportunity to help a small business startup. Well, in it, it stated that I could help a widow start her own business, and that would enable her to support herself and her children. I was like, wow, that's it. That's what I want to give to.
I love that. Before we go over to Sydney, I would love to know, what is Simple Joys? What is your business?
Hi, yeah, Simple Joys. I hand bead bracelets.
Amazing. I love it. Okay, and same question for you, Sydney. What was that catalyst that you went, yeah, I got to get involved?
Yeah, I had kind of, when I started my business, it grew pretty fast. And so I kind of got caught up in all of it. And once my mom introduced me to IJM, she's been my biggest inspiration in life, in business. I think she's incredible. So it's just always someone I look up to. And when she told me how she was giving back with her business, I couldn't help but also feel that call to, okay, I've been blessed with this business. It's growing. I am, yeah, just kind of busting out the seams here. I knew I had to start giving back as well. And so when she shared this mission, I thought it was absolutely incredible, in the same way she did, that I could help somebody else do kind of what I'm doing in a much different environment, in a different state, and really kind of like just the way it would change their lives. And the way IGM is involved is incredible. So I would say it was just an incredibly tangible way to kind of reflect what we're doing here as women entrepreneurs, to help women entrepreneurs in a very different circumstance. Yeah, incredible.
Absolutely. And your business, do you want to share a little bit about it?
Yeah, so my business is Sydney Rose Co., and we specialize in demi-fine jewelry, so like gold-filled, sterling silver, very customizable and personalized pieces. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love it. So beading and jewelry. So
Yeah.
nice. When it comes to our listeners, there's a lot of people like you who may have a business or may just go to work every day and they're like, you know what, I want to get involved as well. Why should someone consider becoming, maybe, let's say, a monthly partner with International Justice Mission, in your opinion?
Yeah, if you're like me, you get overwhelmed with all the needs out there. Like, how could I possibly make a difference for children, for women who are victims, may it be trafficking or slavery? But like through supporting agencies like IJM, I can make a difference simply by giving.
I completely agree with you. And I know for myself, when God called me to care about this, I was reminded incredibly of that shepherd and the one lost sheep. And
Mhm.
when he left the 99, it mattered greatly to that one sheep. So if you help that one widow, that changes her whole world, right? And you have
Absolutely.
made an incredible difference. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, I would love to know, on your journey to supporting International Justice Mission and what they do, did you find out anything about human trafficking or even injustices happening around the world that maybe you didn't know before?
I think for myself, it was just how prevalent it is and how maybe I wasn't aware of how significant it is. And just like the numbers they share in like their emails and even online, I'd encourage any listener to go to IJM online and just get educated with what exactly they're doing, because they do share a lot of personal testimonies of the people they have helped that are incredibly impactful. And so I would just say also how personable IJM is with the people and getting to know them and understanding them was something that I found surprising personally.
Anything you wanted to share, Lisa?
Yeah, I think it's so important. Sometimes we concentrate on meeting immediate need of maybe water, may it be healthcare, may it be education. But in reality, the base need is safety.
Mm.
You can give someone water, but if they're not safe, you know, that only goes so far. And IJM is about justice, it's about protection, and it's about prosecuting, those that need to be. So I think, yeah, we can care for water, we can care for education and, food, but if we don't stop it right at the root of it, people can never flourish.
Well said, both of you. Is there anything else you wanted to share today?
I did. I had the opportunity 2 years ago to visit an IJM office in Guatemala. And while there, I was so impressed with the professional way they operated and the impact that they were making. The stories you read in the IJM publications and online is really only the tip of the iceberg. I was absolutely astonished how far-reaching their impact was. So while in country, we saw firsthand how they were working with and educating the judicial system and the police force to better protect the victims and prosecute the perpetrators. They also advocated for the rights and care for children, and they partnered with other agencies within the country to educate families, church leaders to identify and protect the vulnerable. And I mean, the list just keeps going on, but I mean, yeah, the organization is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. That's amazing you got to go on a trip, I think. I would say what might have been a most impacting moment for you during that trip? Were you able to connect with anybody that has been helped by IJM?
Yes, we were able to sit with victims that they had helped and to hear their stories. And it wasn't only that they were helped out of their situation, but they were also helped to recover and restore their lives, and that was very impactful.
I believe that. I think it's incredible that you were able to do that. Thank you, ladies. Sydney, I do want to give you one chance. Anything else that you wanted to share?
I think just encouraging people to take a look at the IJM website. It is incredible the work they are doing. And like you said, when you went to Guatemala, you sat down with people and heard their stories. This is an organization on the ground, tangibly connecting with individuals and rescuing them and exactly offering them protection and safety. And I just don't think you see that in a lot of organizations that are addressing individuals' needs and walking them through the process and helping them beginning to end. And so I would just encourage people to look into the organization because there's probably something that would really resonate with you. Yeah.
I love this. And I especially agree, like when it comes to caring for this, not all of us are called to be on the front lines, as we're talking about. But I think we can rise up and stand with people who are on the front lines and do it from the comfort of our own home often. So what a
Yes.
blessing.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Well, both you ladies are such a blessing. Lisa and Sydney, thank you for taking the time to share this morning.
of course.
Thanks so much for inviting us.